Hi, everybody. Welcome to the SolidBlock Carvil Industrial Tech event, where we're spotlighting a specific project, something that's near and dear to our offices and our hearts. We're going to discuss a little bit about the deal, a little bit about the technology that we're using to power the deal, and we have a few wonderful panelists here to discuss the opportunity. Ido, who's a tax attorney and appraiser, Jonathan from Carvil, and Yael, our marketing officer, and to answer any questions throughout. And I'll let the specialists get started. Ido, I'm going to turn it over to you. We'd love to hear from you to get your expert opinion about the market here in Israel for Kiryat Gat, and specifically the industrial logistics that we're building in.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Ido Shacham. I'm an advisor for SolidBlock. I'm a real estate appraiser, and I do a lot of work for SolidBlock in analytic stuff that have to do with appraisal and finding locations and great projects. Here we go. Okay, Kiryat Gat is in the southern district of Israel. It has currently 57,000 people. It's projected over 100,000 people by 2030, probably will happen sooner. Kiryat Gat Industry District is one of the major attractions of the city. The city is well developed. There's lots of transportation, train station, Superhighway 6, Highway 40, and it's located in a very good area for transport and logistical center. Okay, the backbone of the industry is considered Intel, which was the first plant. A lot of people consider that to have happened because of laws of betterment, like you give tax breaks or derivatives, and that's why people make plants, but it's not exactly like that. Look, in this region, there is a large amount of global company that are already established in the area, and I would like to show you explaining why it's not only because of what the government has done in the way of betterment laws, but also by other means that have to do with location. Kiryat Gat has a large history and has a very large amount of area to develop to. It can grow into large areas. Here we see some statistics about the industrial park, which is huge. It's 3,747 square kilometers, and it has a lot of area to develop, over 1,000 square kilometers to develop. So we see there's an area that can be grown in this industry, and there's lots of industry to grow in Kiryat Gat. The urban area, we see also that the city itself is growing, and more people are interested in housing. The housing area is for high-rising developments. In the past, it used to be 4 flights to 5 flights of high-risers, but now it's 22 stories high, and which means there will be more people that will be interested in purchasing materials and stuff, and on people who want to live in proximity to the industry. Also about the industrial park, it can also be developed more. There can be extra areas. Kiryat Gat is one of the only cities to sign an agreement with the central government saying that it will develop its city very rapidly. In this agreement with the central government, Kiryat Gat loses a bit of its way of deciding what not to build, but it's getting a lot of money from the government to develop the city and to deal with the loss of urban living areas. So there will be an increase in population. It will expand, it will grow approximately to the north in the way of the urban landscape, and it will grow more to the south in the area of the industry. Now I want to show you a sketch of why it's such a good place to invest in this area. Anyway, if you can imagine, Kiryat Gat is in the middle of 3 major metropolises of Israel, kind of like this, okay? So here is Tel Aviv, here is Jerusalem, and here is Beersheba in my fingers, and you have the other end. The other end is Port Ashdod, and Port Ashdod is where you can transport outside of Israel, and you can get also materials for the plants and for making a large technical center. So Kiryat Gat is located right in the middle of this square, okay? Right in the middle of the square is where Kiryat Gat is located. Not only that, the super highway crosses the square from its two-thirds of the furthest points, crosses Route 6. So Kiryat Gat gets an entrance directly to that route, as well as the train station, which passes directly through Tel Aviv to Beersheba, and also Route 4. The connection between the Jerusalem and Tel Aviv are in the outer, this corner to this one. And that's why it's such a good strategical, the door to the southern region, as well as giving a very good technical center to Tel Aviv and Jerusalem in the same time, and all the industrial areas within, which have to do with Rehovot, all the major areas will benefit from a very strong technical center in Kiryat Gat. And that's why I think it's a great place for a technical center, for industry, but also it can, if the technical center is high enough, it can also give transport to goods that will be transferred to the city and to the urban society. And that is my take on Kiryat Gat and why I think it's an amazing location for investment in that area. A summary, Kiryat Gat is growing. It will continue to grow high. There will be more population. The industry of the city will grow. Kiryat Gat is a good location. It's right in the middle of the square between 3 metropolises of Israel out of 4, and has a connection to a very strong port, a perfect location to make an amazing technical center. I couldn't have made it textbook better. Thank you very much. I'm Ido Shacham. I'm advisor to SolidBlock. Keep in touch.
Okay, so if you guys don't have any questions for Ido about the area, you can pass your host privileges to Jonathan.
So hi everybody. Everyone takes it inside. I thought it will be a nice change to do it outside. My name is Jonathan. I'm the CEO of Carvil Ltd, which is the entrepreneur in this SolidBlock project. Carvil has been around for 15 years, which was one of the first company in Israel which spotted the best area to deal with is logistics and industrial. It's our second project in Kiryat Gat, and Carvil owned by Eric Lederman, which is an architect for 40 years. And what symbolizes we are a small team which does everything inside the company. We do the appraisals, we do everything regarding the architectural plan. What we do is all the aspects of the project, including law, everything from start to finish. We do it in-house. As I mentioned before, this is our second project in Kiryat Gat. Our first project is quite bigger and it's right next to each other. We chose Kiryat Gat. Ido summarized it beautifully why we chose Kiryat Gat. Our first project was 35 square meter in a regional distribution center in the Kiryat Gat. And in this specific project, we noticed something interesting. A lot of customers came to us and said, listen, can you make me a state-of-the-art 200 square meter distribution center that I can use? We said, we don't have this kind of amount, we don't have this kind of size. And then when we got interested about a lot of people, we decided we will make a different project. We will do, on the second project, we will do 1,100 square meter small units for the small and medium business owners that want to buy their own unit. We're gonna sell them their own small unit, not 1,000 meters, but 250 meters model that can be duplicated to whatever amount, ever size they want. We find this project to be very, very efficient in building, in selling, and we are really excited to start with it.
Okay, Jonathan, can you talk a bit more about your company and your track record?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Carvil is around from 2008, 2009. We are dealing with logistics in about almost 10 years. We built, we did a lot of, we started as a residential company, and in 2013 we switched to industrial due to fact that we saw that the market is a bit changing. We are now building our logistics center in Ofakim, in Idan Negev, which is in the south as well, in Nesher, and we are building a commercial and offices building in Hulon, and this the big project in Kiryat Gat, and we are now negotiating two more projects in some kibbutzim in the area. This will be Carvil's fourth logistical project. Not the first, not the second.
Who's the main audience? Who's the main customer for this center?
So for that center, we are talking about small, medium businesses for about a revenue circle of 5 million shekel, which is a lot in this area, which is small importers, small business owners, small shop owners that want to reduce their commerce area and get online. And we are waiting for the wave that's going to start to happen. In Israel right now, a lot of the big companies are trying to send small units to different locations in Israel. So let's say you have Fritz in Kiryat Gat. They want to diversify maybe to get their e-commerce units in a bit small pieces. That could be one of our targets as well.
Okay, and talk about the demand from potential buyers.
So I got a very good comparison, because in our project in Kiryat Gat, which is right next to it, we sold all of our building before we got into the ground, 70% before something touched the ground. The demand is very, very high for those kind of units. We are getting a lot of interesting and a waiting list for people that are talking to us. They want to buy more units, and we just say we are sold out. But wait, there will be more. So among the demand we are expecting with the e-commerce and the coronavirus that really increased the Israeli e-commerce buying percentage, that the demand will be better and stronger than what we did when we started to sell the units 2 years ago in Kiryat Gat in the first project.
Okay. Any similar projects in the area you can talk about?
I can talk about one similar project in the area which sold very well, but it was a purchasing group. It wasn't entrepreneurial. And there is one similar project in this area which is similar to us, and we are knowing the marketing team there very well, and we are familiar with the prices and the sellers and the selling, and we are planning to sell. Our business plan is cheaper than theirs, and they are selling right now.
Okay.
So we will go to market afterwards.
Okay, amazing. I have a question here from Lara Tykert. I hope I pronounced that right. What is the next postal hub from Kiryat Gat? Where is the next postal hub?
Around Postal Hub, you have two postal services centers in Kiryat Gat themselves, but the major one is in Shoham, which is about 30 minutes. So postal service distribution centers is in Shoham, but it's I think the bigger and the only one in Israel right now. You have two postal services in Kiryat Gat, which one is in Karmei Gat and the other is in the old city, very close to us. So
you're expecting to service those as well?
In Israel, the postal service is not a major distribution.
Right.
We have distribution companies, UPS, which is very good here, HFD, which is a client in our first project. It might be given services to the other. I don't think the postal service is the one to ask where is the closer one. I think we are talking about how many people and how many units are gonna be in the same area as the project, and the demand to those kind of units and those kind of sellers is very high in this specific area. So I hope,
Okay.
Laura, that I answer your question. If not, I am willing to get a follow-up.
So I would like to, so you guys have been in this logistics space for quite a few years now. So you said in 2014, you kind of made this pivot into the into this space. So what can you tell about the trends that you've seen in, in the past 6 years in the space, and where is it going?
So we are noticing something interesting, that we are about 3 to 5 years behind the US. So
Mhm.
if it's in the US right now, in the major cities, we are looking at next day, same day delivery. In Israel, we are still in a 2 to 7 days delivery, which is, for a small country, as you probably guess, it's a logistical nightmare.
Mhm.
Uh, we are now seeing the first trend after the coronavirus of 4 days delivery. To get to a second day delivery, next day, 2 day, and next day delivery, Israel needs to build around almost to double the logistics units. And we
Wow.
are seeing a bit of something that is very trendful. People going to smaller units in multiple locations to get better distribution. If someone told me about 5 years ago, where's the logistics centers should be, they say Caesarea, they say Sham, they say Modi'in, we can go everywhere from there. Today, people are talking, we need a small unit in Modi'in, we need a small unit in Kiryat Gat, we need a small unit in Caesarea, we need a small unit in the Haifa to get everywhere around to fulfill the customer demand in 2 days.
Okay. And you mentioned COVID-19. How has COVID-19 impacted this commercial industrial real estate space industry? Is it reduced or increased the demand?
So there's a big difference between commercial and industrial,
Mm-hmm.
because commercial has taken a bit of a hit here, especially the malls, not so much as the open shopping centers, but the malls are taking a hit. The industrial and the logistical is in a rise. Everyone is going logistics.
Mm-hmm.
So good for us. We set the terms for the deal before the COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So we are still enjoying a discount in that matter.
Understood. So, is the government or the municipality helping develop the industry? Like, did you get any betterment or other types of conditions? Tax breaks and things like that.
Okay, so it's an amazing question. First of all, I can say it from our own experience, Kiryat Gat municipality is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's so helpful. They want their industrial, they want their people to have jobs. So they help as much as you need in any situation that we needed something to help with fire department or health department. They help us a lot, and you always have your back when the Kiryat Gat municipality is with you. It's amazing feeling to work there. I just say personal experience.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Around betterment, as entrepreneur, we are not getting betterment for us, but
Mm-hmm.
our customers are getting a discount at tax, at municipal fees, and I think they got the income tax discount when they have income.
Okay.
Uh, but it's for our customer. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Kiryat Gat municipality is what we call a Zora Difut. It's a
Preferred place.
better purpose area
Mm-hmm.
which
Mm-hmm.
get tax deductions for our customers. Yes.
Understood. Okay, fantastic. So, Kiryat Gat is in certain proximity from the port of Ashdod, but, does it make sense to, let's say, build logistic centers closer to the port or closer to the customer or somewhere in the middle?
So it's around how you build your logistics schedule.
Mm-hmm.
We and everyone who's deal with logistics divide the logistics schedule, logistics radius for 3 circles. One is the port, which is right about the port, has a tax benefit of the port, like bonded and it's approximately to the port as much as possible, which is Ashdod itself.
Okay.
Second is regional distribution centers. Those
Mhm.
kind of centers are away from the port because near the port is very expensive to buy logistics. But this is a bit cheaper land, which has a very good highway system or road system or railway system to go around everywhere in the Israel. And the second wave is last mile distribution centers, which is very next to every city, every major city. There is a distribution center to fulfill the specific cities. We are talking about regional distribution centers. We are
Mhm.
approximately to the roads, we're approximately to the port. We can provide everyone with their needs.
Mhm.
To, to give to their last mile distribution centers the goods and to get it to the clients.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so I see another question here from Rob Gill. What were the areas? Modi'in, Kiryat Gat, Haifa, and what was the fourth? He's referring to something you said.
I just mentioned a bunch of cities like in the north, in Caesarea, I said
Okay.
Caesarea.
So thank you so much for this
Thank you.
presentation, Yonatan. I like the trees in the back, indeed.
Yeah, it's one of our project here. So
Okay. And a lot
this,
of
and this is the sun. Like I
there's
don't
a
know if you can see.
sunset. Yeah, we can see. Okay, so we're getting some nice views here. Okay, amazing. So thank you for this. I might summon you back if we have more questions. Yuval, in a few minutes, Yuval will actually go on and show you how we could, how you can invest through SolidBlock platform, and I'll give you a few words about SolidBlock. So there was a question here from Rob where the mezzanine, where the debt is from, and that's bank investment, and also Carvil Mezzanine Fund. And I'm going to ask Leo, Laha Fund Mezzanine. And let me ask Leo about the other two questions, which were, what is the interest? What is the interest on mezzanine? Or Jonathan, if you have the answer. And what is the capital return?
So on the capital return, I think Leo is better to answer this question. But regarding the rate of the mezzanine, it depends. It's between 6 to 8% per annum and a portion of the profits.
Okay, got it. 6 to 8% per annum and a portion of the profits. Okay, fantastic. Thank you. Okay, guys. So why are we, why is SolidBlock a part of this venture? And how do we make this opportunity a little different than other real estate opportunities out there? So the purpose of the SolidBlock platform is to create a liquid offering, right? So when you invest in this project, you're investing in what's called a digital security. So this is basically very, very similar to a traditional, it is in fact a traditional security that you would invest in any real estate project. However, the securities that you're getting are actually recorded on our special ledger, which allows the trade of these securities in the future, right? So we're going to list this project on the SolidBlock platform, where you'll be able to trade these securities over the counter, as well as on, you'll be able to trade them on various exchanges in the future. So the investment procedure is very similar to investment for any other electronic platforms, any other online platforms that you may have done in the past. Passing through some KYC ML accreditation. So Yuval, would you like to do the honors?
All right. Hi, guys. Okay, so this is the SolidBlock site. I'll actually give you, this is the starting position. I just logged in to make it a little easier. Here are some of our partners, and here are our real estate investments. Once you've logged in, you'll go through a setup process. You can take a closer look at the investment itself. Right here, you should see the number of tokens currently sold, the minimum investment, the closing date, This is a development. It's a 5-year project. It's actually a 4-year project. The revenue is distributed on sale. There's actually an additional distribution in the second year once the permits are approved and the mezzanine debt is put in place. And we have an 18% target investor IRR. Just a little bit of a deeper dive. We have some pictures of other projects in the area and of the actual plot here. This is the plot here. This is the currently fully sold asset. And as you can see here, you would come in, you can get in touch with us. We have a chat available to ask any questions. You can view the deck as well. I can actually take you through the deck as a little bit, some of the highlights, the financial information. You can see the offering documents, and you can purchase and choose your tokens, how many tokens you want, the token price, and you can check out. We currently offer ACH, wire, crypto, and credit card. Yeah, if you have any issues, you can get in touch with us as well. This is the deck. You can get a lot more information from the deck, and we'd love to answer any more questions.
All right, so I'm gonna read you a few questions that I got actually. Why is tokenization a better way of funding this project than traditional funding, like a mortgage or, private equity?
Excellent. Okay, so traditional investments are specifically and especially in real estate are illiquid. Generally, when you purchase or when you invest in an offering, you have to wait until the exit to get your liquidity. In this case, we've created a blockchain-based token that represents your investment interest, your membership interest in the asset. And that's something that can be traded on various exchanges, digital exchanges, and provides a level of liquidity or an opportunity for liquidity in case you want to make an early exit, and also to benefit from reaching certain milestones within the development process. So as soon as the approvals are in place, the asset value has already increased significantly. And as the progress continues, the asset value will increase as well towards maturity. Additionally, there are other options that are beneficial using digitization. We can do dividend distributions digitally. There's a lot of different other opportunities, but those are coming soon. Does that answer the question?
I think so, yeah, pretty good.
Okay.
So from which countries can investors invest right now? Can we do this? So we can do this in the US, right? Can we do this in other countries?
Currently, I believe this offering is available in the US, in Israel. Soon going to be available in Europe as well. And we are going to make currently it's closed for accredited investors. Probably in the next couple of weeks, we will be able to list it for retail investors through one of our crowdfunding platforms. We're making an effort to make it a global raise. So we are also looking to expand the offering to Asia as well. But I think we have a lot of people interested already in the US. So
yeah, in the US, and I get a lot of interest from the Middle East, actually, outside of Israel, in the light of the recent peace treaties with the UAE and Bahrain, and hopefully other countries following. So we're working on organizing regulation for those investors to come in as well. So how long is this offering open for?
The window is actually pretty quick. Our target is to close by the end of the year. We are set to close the first tranche, which is I believe $1 million. The first $1 million in the door by the end of the month.
Fantastic. Can you scroll through this presentation, please?
For sure. So this is a picture of cranes. Okay. Just so just to give you an idea, we have Tel Aviv. I opened up a Google map earlier that just to show you the location. The location here is Kiryat Gat. It's right here. It's set between Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, and Beersheba, which is a very good central location for a logistics center. As you can see, this is the Kiryat Gat, the residential, the community, and this is the industrial area. And this is where we're located in relation to HP and Intel. As it was mentioned before, it is an investment magnet. Green Park is 100% sold out, and people moving in on a daily basis. We spoke about the project plan. Again, it's a relatively small size parcel, but with a lot of demand and a lot of opportunity here. It's 9,000 square meters. I think the plan was for somewhere between 34 and 38 units. Floor plans, if you can see, each one has access for trucking. These are different floors. We have 1, 2, 3 floors, underground, ground, and second floor. We mentioned the financials before, but again, we have a soft cap. The starting point is $1 million and up to $5 million, a little bit less, but we're accepting minimum investments amounts of 5,000 or more. It's an 18% target IRR to the investor. It's a 4-year period, and our partners at Carvil have a great track record. Here's the team. You met Jonathan. And we invest digitally. And a little bit about our platform. We are a blockchain-based securities platform. We bring all of our assets and digitize them, which enables trading, enables reducing overhead costs, getting things up and running quickly, and provides security for your securities.
Fantastic. Very good, Yuval. So we're going to share this presentation with everybody here. There was a question about pre-sale, and actually we're starting pre-sales next year to maximize the price. So basically, as soon as we apply for permits, which is going to be January 1st, 2021. So basically, that's why we're starting pre-sales then, where we can get the highest price. That's the answer for the question about the sales. You're welcome, Rob. Yeah, so I think that most of you have the information that you need to get this going. If you have any questions, obviously you can reach out to us. You can also reach out to Carvil. We'll provide you all the information and of course answer any additional questions. To summarize this opportunity, number one, location. And as far as industrial spaces are concerned, this is the prime location in Israel. Israel is a great market for real estate in general, and it has actually been proven and shown to be resilient in during various crises and slowdowns. Israeli market has persevered for various reasons, especially when we look at e-commerce, for example. Obviously COVID on the one hand has a positive effect on e-commerce because there is no in-person or reduced in-person shopping. But on the other hand, of course, in many countries, it has caused a slowdown because industries have been hurt, and the individuals working within this industry, especially if they lost their jobs, have less, have reduced demand for products. So Israel, although it's been suffering as the rest of the world, is historically shown to be more resilient because of the high percentage of high-tech jobs and demand coming from all over the world. So we're not expecting a major hit, especially on the industrial real estate. So that's one thing that's important to understand. Another thing that's important to underline is the track record of the team that's been working in this space, in this specific space since 2014, and in general in real estate for much longer. And finally, I'd like to underline the SolidBlock platform that provides an additional benefit of liquidity, right? Of possibility to trade your investments after some time has passed and you believe that either there's a different opportunity, maybe even with the same developer to invest in, or you believe that enough sufficient milestones have been achieved and the ROI on your investment based on the time in which you've held it is the highest. So I'll give you an example of a project that we have completed with SolidBlock actually about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. It's a project called Aspen Coin for a St. Regis Aspen Ski Resort, which we've tokenized back in 2018. And investors that invested at that time are now actually able to exit their investments that are selling, that are listed at a 30% premium, right? So the price of the digital asset is now 30% higher than it was when the asset was issued, when the digital security was issued. So this is just one example of a very successful project, and we're waiting to have many more. So and betting on stable real estate sectors like industrial and logistics spaces, betting on markets that have shown strength in that specific area like Israel, and opening, of course, these investments globally to investors all over the world. We believe that investments in Israel should be open to US, into Europe, into the Middle East, and so on globally, as well as we believe that everybody should have access to real estate, not just institutions, not just large investors, but also individual investors that understand the space, that want to make good returns. So if you guys have any questions, let me know, let us know, let our team, we'll connect you with the Carvil team. Once again, thank you very much. And we'll see you here for the next one. Have a good day.